Hi Aries, and welcome to your March reading. This is for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Midheaven, and or Venus. However, whatever urged you to click on this video, you just wanted to hear what I was all about, what I had to say. Do understand there is no such thing as a coincidence. So you were brought here for a reason, and for that reason, I hope you hear all that you need, okay? And definitely do subscribe before you leave. I promise I don't bite unless you bite me first. Coming into the month of March energetically, what you guys can be feeling is the Eight of Wands energy with the Four of Coins and the Five of Cups. So you guys might have a lot of these placements that you're having to work on. I want to say like fine-tuning. So in fine-tuning those parts of yourself, or you might be dealing with a Pisces and or a Leo, if not your own prominent placements, okay? But coming into the first week, I feel like you guys are extremely passionate, right? And you're wanting to be romantic and or be shown off in a way here with this Eight of Wands energy. Are you guys in this month being self-absorbed in this Eight of Wands energy and not leaving anything to give out to those in your external environment? Everybody else gets the shorter end of the stick, coming from a place of greed, coming from a place of vanity, even with this Eight of Wands. Okay? I'm seeing a lot of the orange and the yellow, so the sacral chakra and the solar plexus, working on your sensuality, having a high libido, and not being able to do anything with it sexually. It can turn into aggressive energy. Okay, so you may be coming off as overly aggressive, which can come off as offensive to other people, which can make other people feel defensive, which can turn other people away in this energy, which can turn people off. Blue is not the most lively of colors. Blue is cold. Cold is dismissive. So somebody can be being dismissive for sure. But blue is definitely not the most exciting color, you know, coming from this to this. There's a drastic difference. It can be a change in mood. It can be a change in behavior. It can be a change in the sense of self. It can be a change or a loss of motivation. A lack of loss of love. There's something that's very off-putting coming into the month of March, knowing that you're starting off like this. Something may be going well and right in your life, but in somebody's life, in your environment, that really kind of needs a little bit more moral support, or that needs just to have a little bit more tenderness be granted towards them. It's almost like there's a sense of ignoring that. Again, somebody can be being dismissive towards you, this Pisces, this fire sign, you know, this Leo. Here, also, by the end of the month, you have the High Priestess, so Pisces energy heavy. Maybe with this Four of Coins energy, you're dealing with something on a subconscious level, and you don't really have a solution for it, but you know that it's a problem because you can sense that with this energy that's here. Okay? Whenever Neptune is in Pisces, whenever the moon is in Pisces, you know, there will be a new moon on the 5th, and maybe that lingering energy affects you by the end of the month more so than it does when it first onsets. Maybe there's something there, but whenever something big, something major, a planet is in Pisces, it does mean that you are your awareness is heightened, okay? You can see behind the veil, okay? You can see behind illusions a lot better, because more likely than not, you're hyper aware of the emotions of other people. Like, you get better intuitive nudges, in a sense, when you can feel that somebody is not being the most genuine. You can feel when you're being lied to. You know, you can feel other people's pain, and you kind of take it on as yourself, and maybe that might be what's happening. Somebody's projecting stuff onto you that does not belong to you. And so with this new moon, you need to do more of a spiritual bath coming into the second and third week, because you have the Ace of Wands with the Six of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Understanding what is your responsibility, what it is that you have to take care of, who it is that you need to look after, who it is that you maybe need to reach out to, and turning off, okay, turning that switch off as far as being overly empathetic to where you're being taken advantage of. You're getting the life force sucked out of you. In a sense, what I'm getting here with the top of the month, knowing who not to give the time of day to anymore, who not to be an enabler. There we go. No longer going to be an enabler to the things and to the people in your external environment who aren't doing anything but draining you emotionally and even to some point physically. But again, if this is nobody in your environment, this can be you doing that to yourself. Overexerting yourself, okay? You're not being as organized as you could possibly be in the month of March. Take it from me, at the top of the year, my sister and I, we decided to create a vision board. That's been helping me be a lot more accountable because of the way I'm presenting the information. It's a little bit easier on the eyes and on the palate. You know what I'm saying? I can see it in a way that makes me want to engage and really makes me want to put the action behind the things that I'm working on. Pisces major theme was missing in action. There's a lot of things that Pisces desires but can't acquire because they don't put the necessary steps in, or some people aren't at this point in time. Again, that might be something within you. That's why I'm saying go look at the Pisces reading, go look at the Leo reading, gain some understanding. Because what came up for Leos was, like, if you're dealing with a Leo, it's understanding that everybody grew up in a different background, okay? Everybody was instilled with different key characteristics. Some of it is positive in the way that you perceive positive things, negative and or neutral. Everybody's definition's different, okay? And so it's getting to the bottom of that. When you understand what somebody has come from, then you understand why they react the way that they do. Maybe you need to watch that because you are doing that and you need better understanding, okay? You maybe need it to be explained in a different way than how you've been trying to feed yourself the information. But if nothing else, and this is not, again, dealing with those people or those signs within you, just energetically, it's making the time for what really matters right now and just leaving the rest by the wayside. Is something you may have to come back to later. But if you're doing this with somebody that you care and or love for, with the Six of Cups energy, right? Speaking of partnership, can be soulmate energy, because that is also what came up, especially in Leo's reading. Two divine counterparts. You're needing to make more time to water the relationship so that it can grow, so that it can be prosperous, so that it can feel the way that love is supposed to feel. It's not the time to be selfish. You have to think outside of yourself. But you also have to understand how to, I don't want to say ration that out, because in rations you have more than enough, but due to your own greed, again, you shortchange other people out. So I don't want to necessarily say ration, but just how you just give and receive. Okay? If nobody's really showing up for you, don't go all out for them. Because when push comes to shove and you may need them, they're nowhere to be found. And then if you ever confront them on it, they shoot back at you. Then it becomes a blame game. Okay? Then it becomes manipulation. Or you might very literally burn a bridge. Okay? Also, understand, though, that nobody really owes you anything in this plane. So if you're giving out of the kindness of your heart, don't then throw that back on the person that you're trying to do kind things for, if this is not yourself, because they never asked for you to do it in the first place. Okay? And so you can get caught up in that. It was your decision to be grand in your gesture, to do something nice for someone. But then if all somebody can do for you is simply say thank you, will that be a deal breaker for you? Or over time, they just show that they are not the same, right? They don't express themselves the same way, creatively, romantically, as far as motivationally, in the way that you move in life and how fast you move in life, and others just don't run at your speed. They're not supposed to. Everybody has their own pace at which they're going to achieve things. And so it's you guys needing to understand that they may only ever be able to give you a fraction of that back. So don't become angry and frustrated when you don't get back exactly what you give out. Now you also have the choice to stay in a situation like that, where you know there will always be an uneven playing field. What matters to you? Is that important? Everybody has their shortcomings. Everybody has their flaws. Don't expose other people's. But you can expose your own. If you're feeling confident enough, you want to show that part of who you are, so that people don't think that the package is only the pretty, mysterious, well put together in some degree, very strong, very enigmatic type of character that doesn't feel so deeply to the point where they could have ever been broken apart, that their heart could have ever been shattered to pieces. Because maybe people just don't see that part of you. If you want to expose you and be more courageous as far as being able to tell your story this month, then you do that. Okay? There's energy here supporting you for that with the Strength and the High Priestess. You guys yourselves, so again, you can be a force to be reckoned with. If something's are coming up in your subconscious, pay attention to your dreams. But again, you're just in tune with your emotions. You are psychically attuned to other people by the end of the month. With that new moon energy, you're able to do the detoxification that you need to do. You're able to amplify in the areas that you need to for things that you're wanting to bring in creatively, right? That is divinely inspired, that is part of your purpose, that gives you momentum, that makes this a life worth living for, a life worth fighting for, worth seeing through. So that's what's coming up. Just honor yourself. Aces, ones are all about impressions. So you have the ability to leave a lasting impression. What do you do with that power that you come into in the month of March? Okay? How you handle it. How you treat people once you have more than what you have had. Okay? Don't forget where you have come from. Don't forget to be humble. Don't forget, again, to just lead with love in most cases. As far as your chakras are concerned, root, sacral, solar plexus, heart chakra, and your throat chakra, work on those this month. Give me a thumbs up if this reading resonated for you. Do share this with your friends and family. Subscribe for more. And if you would like to delve deeper into these energies or what's going on in your own personal life, and you're needing just some additional guidance or confirmation for what it is that you feel you should do, then you can definitely hit me up in my email I will leave here, as well as in the description box for you guys. So do take care of yourselves. It is almost your birthday season, gang. Western astrology, I'm an Aries sun, so it is almost the time for us to really be in the spotlight. But there are still some, again, fine-tuning to certain things and aspects of us that we still have to work on. Getting the whole look together, right? Getting ready to really present this package, and you want it to really represent who you are. So just watch out for yourself and others this month, and I will talk to you soon.